Hello again, friends. Today, Southern Sports Focus, we are doing our late week feature. Yeah, I know a little later than I like to do it, but hey, it's been a busy week. So enjoy, watch, tell me what you think about this week's 5 games, 5 questions. Question number 1. Can the Rebels defense help out their offense in Norman? The Ole Miss offense, once again, has been good. Really good this season, averaging over 37 points per game and 491 yards per game. The issue has been the defense, which ranks near the bottom of the league in several defensive categories. This cost them last week in Athens after Georgia was able to make a couple of second-half stops, and the Rebels could not prevent the Dog offense from capitalizing. This week, the Rebels face their toughest test yet in Oklahoma. Brent Venables' defense has just about everything you want to see. They only allow 9.4 yards or points per game. They lead the nation in total defense, sacks, tackles for loss, and allow less than 25% conversions on third down. They've only allowed 4 touchdowns in the red zone all season. The Ole Miss defense, however, less than stellar in conference play. They are 12th or worse in the SEC in total defense, points allowed, opponent red zone conversions, and opponent third down conversions. The Oklahoma defense looks too good for Ole Miss to score on multiple possessions in a row like they did on Georgia last week before running out of steam in the second half. So if Ole Miss does not make some stops, it'll be 2 losses in a row for Lane Kiffin. Number 2 question. Could road struggles lead to an upset in Starkville? Let's be direct. The Texas offense, they have not lived up to expectations. A lot of that is the fact that the offensive line has been horrible. The numbers have really been disappointing on the road especially. In their 3 true road games, the Longhorns have averaged 14.7 points per game. Total yards, 285. And while they did win their last road game last week, the Horn offense only managed 16 points and 179 total yards. They are averaging a paltry 4.7 yards per play. This team has not done well on the road, and this week they face a Mississippi State team that beat Arizona State in Starkville and gave Tennessee fits, losing in overtime. An afternoon affair in Davis Wade with those cowbells ringing could be a very dicey situation for the Longhorns. Our next question is the most important game of the week in Nashville. Yes, friends, we live in a world where we are in late October, and we have a game where Vanderbilt is favored, ranked 6-1 in the thick of an SEC race and college football playoff picture. Now, this one is one of 3 ranked versus ranked matchups. Let's be honest, this is the one we're most fascinated by because it has 2 teams that, right or wrong, we might not have expected to be this deep into the playoff race at this point in the season. The Commodores host Missouri. Both teams run the ball well. Both have some underrated playmakers as receiving targets. Both are in the top 3 in the SEC in scoring offense, and both only have 1 loss. A lot of eyes that will be available for the afternoon window will be on this game. Question number 3. Can one team shake off a huge loss from last week in a key American Conference showdown? 2 of the top teams in the American are Memphis and the team they host this week, USF. The Tigers, however, are off a devastating loss to UAB, 31-24. Now, usually, 1 of 2 things are going to happen after a loss like this. Either the team rallies or they completely fall apart. There's usually not anything in the middle there. And the Tigers do not have a benefit of a get-right game, as their opponent, the South Florida Bulls, have won 4 in a row by an average score of 57-22. On paper, this seems to be a great matchup. Both teams in the top 5 in the American in total offense and in points per game and points allowed. However, it's unclear if the Tigers will have starting quarterback Brendan Lewis this week as he left the UAB game in the 3rd quarter with a lower body injury. This is a huge game for both teams, especially for Memphis, and a loss will be their 2nd in league play. With 3 teams currently unbeaten in conference play and 2 more, including the Tigers, currently 1 loss, a loss here could not only eliminate them from playoff contention, but possibly even an opportunity at a conference title. Our next question, is this the week that despite a $55 billion buyout, it becomes too costly to keep Brian Kelly? Now, I know I've had several variations of this question this season regarding a number of coaches, but that's one question that will be continued to ask as long as LSU keeps struggling. The offense continues to be wildly inconsistent, and last week, the defense gave up 31 points to Vanderbilt, the most they've given up in a game this season. This week, LSU hosts undefeated Texas A&M. The Aggies got a scare versus Arkansas their last game, so the Tigers will not have the hope of facing an overconfident A&M. And while it's a Saturday night in Death Valley, if that offense does not find a rhythm, that legendary Rocks crowd might get silent quick. The buyout is daunting, no doubt. And I really don't think LSU will make a move But if they lose big to the Aggies going into a bye week, they can work out the funds some way. They might see bye-bye to BK. So those are my 5 games and 5 questions of the week. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, and have a great day.